Welcome to Your Anime Senpais. I'm John, and today I'm going to be watching and reacting to Fate Zero, Episode 5. And, really briefly, let's talk about the last episode, which was a pretty good fight between Saber and Lancer. And by the end of it, we had Ryder show up, announce his true identity, and declare that he wanted just everybody to come out and fight. And, kind of based off of that, I kind of feel like we're just going to get maybe more fights, which would be pretty cool. Kind of see everyone's different fighting styles, different abilities, and things like that. I do not, like the last episode, I do not have a bunch of answer questions. I normally watch these episodes two episodes a week. So for this episode, I have not really consulted anyone. There's not been enough time to see any comments come out on the previous video as of this recording time. And I do want to say once again that I do appreciate the feedback to these videos. I do appreciate the comments that are left down below, the comments that are told to me in person, texted, however else. I do appreciate the support for these videos that I'm putting out. And you would do me a favor by leaving comments down below and letting me know what else I can do to maybe just do these better. I am taking notes. Do got a couple pages now of notes. I don't know how good those notes are, but they kind of help me keep track of what's going on. And if I miss details, if you point them out to me, I'd be glad to write them down. Things like that. It always helps me to kind of maybe understand what all is going on in this series. So, with not much else to say, let's get right into that episode. Ryder has arrived. So he gave out his name and his class. I guess maybe the class don't matter as much because they can kind of figure that out. Surrendering yourself. I mean, that's a fair offer. Okay. I think this is a fight to the death, though. And it only the winner of the, fight to the death can get the grail. Oh, the shade. For this grave insult, you shall die. Steal my summoning relic. Ah. Waver velvet. Like I said, he feels very ill-equipped for this. Of course, Ryder's going to be like, "You got this. You can do it." Okay, it's pretty honorable. Oh, took it personal. Okay. Did they not realize other people were there? What a challenge. If you don't show yourself, I hold you in utter contempt. How's this bad? Just get them all there. Let's do this. All out. Who is this? What is this? Ah. Was this, Gilgamesh, right? Is that his master? The homeless guy on the street? So is Berserker another class that we haven't seen yet? Is that something they should be able to do? It's under an enchantment. Oh! The first episode where they had that one guy. Yeah, okay, so the homeless guy is that guy that was laying down with all those weird worms or whatever it was. Okay, and they added that whatever it was to make him crazy, or the Berserker thing. I'll I'll go look at my notes or something, try to figure out what I actually mean. Can't remember exactly what all it was. Go back to the first episode and look. Gave you permission to observe me? Ouch! So is he already just gonna take one out and that'll be that? Oh. Okay. Cool. It's pretty cool looking. Gotta admit. Just a big rain of weapons. So does he actually fight? Or does he just like send weapons out to do his bidding and it's gonna hang back? Oh. Made him angry now. Now he's gonna make more weapons fly at you. Gate of Babylon. Huh. Oh, so that's just his noble phantasm. It's interesting how noble phantasm has so many different forms, I guess. Um. Oh. Oh! I'm surprised he listened, honestly. What an entrance. Oh, that's a cool ability. Anything he wields. That's kind of OP, honestly, if he were in his right mind. Nope. It's that homeless guy. Homeless looking guy. I shouldn't really say he's homeless, but dude in the tracksuit. The first candidate for an isekai, honestly. If you got a tracksuit on. Saved her? Why? It's my fight. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, if he were going to take this war seriously. Oh. Oh. Help, Berserker. How is this gonna work? Is it gonna be like almost mind numbed or like just completely take it over? Oh. Can't even stop himself. Hmm. And he knows what he's doing, but he can't stop it. What was that noise? So if he just takes out Berserker, does that mean Lancer is fulfilled his obligation or whatever to like work together with him? So if there is no ability to work together, it's hit the command seal's command is fulfilled. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I mean, that worked. Yeah, I don't think he planned that far ahead. He just kind of wanted to show up and fight. For our foes. Is he gonna hide? I'll get you guys. Oh, he's... I guess if you have very... I'm trying to think of the word, but just very arrogant servants, kind of like Ryder. I guess I could see this not being a straight all-out battle. There's going to be a bunch of, like, you know, things where they got to do it right, do it by their chivalrous ways and things like that. But I do like the fact that it's just not battle after battle, like a, you know, just a, I guess, a straightforward competition. There are many turning and moving parts to this in play. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, pompous. Yeah, I mean, pompous, prideful, things like that. Kind of servants. That's what we got in play. Oh, oh, oh. Not the worms. Ugh. At what cost? I mean, are you just going to use the Grail to stay alive at this point? Ugh. It's so gross. These two. Why is he crying? She? Who? Who are we looking at? My one true soulmate? Died in shame? Oh. Is it another servant? Is it Saber? Please don't say it's Saber. Please. Really? Really? Alright, that's episode 5. And let's go and talk about the overall episode itself. The overall episode, 2 thumbs up. I really enjoyed just the whole episode. The amount of fighting, kind of interaction between servant and master, getting a little background on Waver, him stealing the command seal. There were things like that I thought were pretty cool. Really just gonna overall say that just all the fights and things like that in this episode, man, if I had to pick out one thing that was really cool, Berserker's ability kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't really catching it at first, but once it kind of sunk in what he had going on, where he could just take anything and make it his noble phantasm, that is OP. That is crazy OP. I do like that. I mean, all these people, all these servants are just really strong anyway. But to have someone with that kind of just random ability that kind of turn the tables really quickly, and you probably wouldn't even see it coming. Taking a telephone pole and making it your noble phantasm. What? Anyway, maybe something that I didn't like. Was there anything that I didn't like? Oh, I know something I didn't like. I did not like the fact that Bluebeard is after Saber. Ew. I don't even like Bluebeard. I don't even actually remember his class name. Caster. I don't like anything. He's just weird. He gives me weird vibes. I don't like him. The sooner he is done away with, the happier I will be. Anyway, so let's go over this episode. I mean, honestly, he might be a cool dude, but he just kind of creeps me out. So let's start back at the beginning. We did have Ryder showing up, and let me point out that I did forget to bring up the fact that Ryder did show up in the last episode. When I was kind of finished doing my editing and stuff, I was like, oh, probably should have mentioned that. Actually, when I started this reaction, I realized that. So Ryder did show up. He announced his true identity, started bragging about different things, wanted Saber and Lancer to join him, just basically join his side, become surrender to him and let him have the Grail, basically. And both of them, of course, declined, said no, I'm doing it for my master, for whatever other reasons. Saber, she replies that she's a leader. I think it was the leader of Great Britain, and in doing so, it's pretty obvious that Ryder knows her identity. So did she do that on purpose? I don't really care if you spoil that for me. If you know the answer, it just kind of seems odd that she would throw that out there like that. It almost seems intentional that she revealed her identity. So was that something she meant to do? I don't know. We do find out that Waver stole the summoning relic that he had. I don't remember if that was something in episode 1 they talked about. Now that I think about it, there was that scene with the older couple where he had kind of, I guess, manipulated them through magic to live with them and stuff like that. But overall, we find out that he was not supposed to be in the Holy Grail War. It was the other guy. I don't remember his name. If it was said, I don't think it was said in this episode, but I think in episode 1 it might have been. But I do like the fact during all this that Ryder did kind of reject the older guy, basically saying, no, if you would have been my potential master, no, I like Waver. He's got the kind of personality to be my master. And following this, Ryder calls all the servants to battle. Once again, Ryder is just, like I said in the last episode, I do appreciate his attitude. I like it. I think it's pretty cool how he just wants to get it out there, get it done, see what all the other servants have to offer, have a good fight. Gilgamesh. I did not see that coming. I did not see Gilgamesh / Archer arriving, and I guess maybe it was just his pride that called him there, not really the fight, because everyone was introducing themselves as, king and conqueror and this, that, and the other leaders. And, of course, he shows up. He's like, oh, no, this can't happen. There is only one king, one ruler, and that is me. And he just unleashes, like they said, he unleashes his noble phantasm just right away. He gets it started anyway. I guess before technically he could actually unleash anything, if I'm remembering right, Berserker shows up, and we've talked about Berserker already. He's a little overpowered. A question though. So Ryder's asking Waver, tell me about him. Tell me about Berserker. Tell me his stats. What's his, maybe his weaknesses? I can't remember if he asked for weaknesses. Basically his stats. Is this something that all masters should have the ability to do? And is this because Waver stole the summoning relic that he's not able to? Or just because Berserker is so just weird and mysterious that he's not able to? That was just something that kind of popped up in my mind when I was watching that. Let's see. So I didn't catch on at first. It was kind of pointed out to me later, whenever I kind of realized what Berserker's ability was, that he was actually taking Archer's weapons, his noble phantasms, turning them into his by just grabbing onto them and using them against Archer, which, like I said, that could really turn the tables if he's able to touch someone else's noble phantasm and basically convert it to his. That's insane. We found out the name of Archer's noble phantasm is the Gate of Babylon. It's a pretty cool name. I like that. I'd have to look up maybe a little bit more if there's some significance to that name. I mean, if it's not spoilery, just leave it down below, or just tell me in person. Things like that. But evidently with Archer just kind of coming in there and just, using his noble phantasm over and over and over and over, Tokiomi, his master, uses a command seal to bring him back. A command seal. Archer is so unruly, I guess is maybe the word, that he won't just leave. No, he would have stayed and taken out everybody there, but Tokiomi called him back. So let's see. So then we had Berserker attacking Saber. It almost looked like Berserker could have taken Saber. There was that moment where, and I guess I gotta consider that Saber is kind of weakened. She does still have her tendon cut, and that's something I'll just kind of point out now was referred to at the end of the episode, that we kind of saw her hand quivering, and she made the comment about how she has to finish her fight with Lancer to lift that curse, or that injury won't ever heal and she'll be at a disadvantage for the rest of the whole war. But in that moment, because of that, I think Berserker could have taken her if Lancer wasn't there. That could have been a thing. I do think that was very chivalrous of Lancer, that he wanted to have a fair fight and honorable. Let's see. So then there was that twist I didn't see coming. Lancer's master was like, "What are you doing?" No. He used command seal and said, "You get over there, join Berserker, help him to kill Lancer." What in the world? I guess I do see the power of these command seals now, because that really turned the tide of things whenever he used that. And I did see, I did have a question as to how it would affect the servant, but seeing it now, I'm like, wow, that's a crazy ability, because whenever he used it, it seemed like Lancer was still conscious of his actions, but he couldn't control his body anymore. If I'm understanding and seeing that correctly, you let me know. But that just kind of seemed how that was going down. So, and because of all this, next step was Ryder had to jump in and stop Berserker by running him over. So Berserker was called off, and the next step was basically saying to Lancer's master by Ryder that if he didn't call off Lancer, Ryder would join Saber and they would just take out Lancer together. If that's what he really wanted, if he wouldn't call him off. So once again, another noble, honorable, chivalrous action from another character, and I just kind of like at this point how everyone's kind of wanting a fair fight, things like that. I guess it's just because it's early on. I don't know. Maybe later on it's just going to get really like cutthroat whenever there's just a few left. I don't know if that's going to be how it plays out, but right now everyone's, the majority of everyone is wanting a fair fight. Besides Archer and Berserker, which I guess the majority is only 3-2 at this point that I've seen of the servants. Maybe assassin wouldn't be very chivalrous. Maybe it's kind of a tie, since he kind of seems to be still unofficially lurking around. Let's see, what other note do I have? Let's see. Berserker's Master. He was that dude, and I don't know his name, who was locked up with all those worms and whatnot to get the ability to enter the Holy Grail War. He don't look like he's doing too good. I assume, and I could be wrong, but I would want to think that if he wins, his wish is going to be for eternal life. And I've said it in previous episodes, I think eternal life would probably be the best wish. But for him in his case, I think that's a definite wish that he should go after. We find that the people in the church found a bat, I think it was, that had a camera attached to its leg. They said it was a familiar. So somebody's watching the church, and honestly, if they brought that bat in there with the camera on its leg, the camera still could be on and revealing who's inside, what's going on inside, maybe even listening. Who's doing all this? But that also does answer a previous question I had as to how Waver had video of Assassin getting killed, which I was kind of like, how are you watching this on TV? That's a little far-fetched from Magic. So we'll end this episode basically with Bluebeard. He finds his soulmate. Now, you already know how I feel about Bluebeard, caster, whatever. I kept hoping. I really kept hoping during the reaction. And it's been a couple days since the reaction. I still feel this way. And I still remember feeling that way. The whole time, I was just, no, please don't let it be Saber. Just don't let it be. You had to do it, Fate. You had to do it. So now Bluebeard's going to be all hung up on Saber. For whatever twisted reason, love, or his twisted version of love, I don't know. Man, it's going to get weird with him going after her now, I think. We're going to see where this goes. I am looking forward to the next episode, kind of seeing what direction we're going to go from here now that this second official battle has kind of came to a conclusion. And hopefully Saber and Lancer once again get the chance to fight each other so that Saber's curse is lifted and she's able to heal. Hopefully she don't get attacked anymore while being injured. That could happen. Like I said before, Saber seems like she could be beaten now that she's got this curse that can't be healed. And that might be what happens. I don't know. I don't honestly know. That is one thing I don't know, is who wins any of these Holy Grail wars or how they play out, things like that. So I do look forward to kind of seeing how this all goes. And I appreciate, once again, you sticking around if you stay to the end of this video and just listen to my rambling, reviewing, ranting, whatever, and all the questions I've had, all the help you've given me along the way. But let me just end this by saying that if you enjoyed this reaction, this review, subscribe. What are you waiting on? And hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever we put out new content. And do us a favor also, look down below, we have links to our Patreon. Over there you'll find these reactions full and uncut. And once again, we'd appreciate that support. It would help us out greatly. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next episode.